Al, hey, Mo, thanks for coming on Pregame Spread. It's great to see you. And look, we want to get you right going here on an incident yesterday and a couple of incidents this week that involve one of your old teams, the Mets. These beanballs, I mean, they've been drilled a lot. I know you still watch baseball. I know the game has changed since we last saw you in uniform in '03. But what do you think of when you see guys getting drilled as regularly as the Mets are?
Well, the Mets are in first place. The Mets are playing well. This is what happens when you're playing well. Things happen. People, they get a little bit more of an edge. And when you're the Mets, you got to come on strong, back everybody up, do exactly what they did. I'm very, very happy that they got a guy in Buck Showalter as their manager, old-time baseball guy. Mets in first place, doing things the right way. I like it.
It feels like, in just watching footage of what happened between the Mets and Cardinals, players now are very aware of injuries and what happens if you get to rolling around on the ground. I feel like when you played, and it wasn't that long ago, there maybe wasn't that much body awareness. And I'm speaking specifically of George Bell coming in hot. Walk us through this.
Well, to tell you the truth, Aaron Silly's throwing at George Bell. I didn't even know. I actually had my head turned around the other way when it happened. Actually, I got there kind of late. I got a good shot on him. But in these brawls, we're not fighters. We're not boxers. Don't ever think that we are. We come together, lock up, bump arms, whatever it is, bump shoulders, and we're all just trying to get ourselves back in the dugout and doing what we got to do.
You and George Bell were among the most fearsome hitters of your generation, of course. When you watch baseball now, who do you stop and pay attention to when you're watching the current game?
There's a few guys. There's Mike Trout is great. Ohtani is just awesome to be able to do what he does. You're looking at, I'm born and bred Boston. The guys up there are playing well with Xander, playing well, and our third baseman is playing very, very well. So there's a few guys across the league, and then you go over to the other side. You look at Freddie, a guy like Freddie Freeman. There's just a lot of great players, a lot of great young players doing great things in both leagues right now. I think also with the National League adding the DH, you're going to see more of it. And I also think you're going to see more of an even series when these World Series come together now, because everybody's going to be on even ground. And I think, the National League might catch up a little bit. But there's just so many great players out there. They're just, Bryce Harper is awesome. There's so many of these guys that are just going out and playing the game, and I enjoy watching all of them.
So let's hit you with this question then. If you were playing today, is there anybody on the mound 60 feet 6 inches away that would really get your attention? Nobody scared you when you hit, but if somebody were to scare you from the current game as a pitcher, who would it be?
It wouldn't be anybody. I don't think that you can walk to the batter's box, but I know what you're trying to say. Listen, I playing in my time, there was Randy Johnson, and I always felt that was like my measuring rod, where if I could stand in there against him and hang in there, then I was set for the season. But us hitters, man, we got to walk to home plate with the attitude of we're here to get you. We're here to make you pay. And if you trip up in our zones, we're going to do something to the baseball.
You, Mo, are famously one of the last players to wear the immortalized number of 42, which has since been retired in honor of Jackie Robinson. And it was great to see you at Fenway Park on Jackie Robinson Day. Great ovation, ceremonial first pitch. Tell us about the honors.
It was just tremendous. I hadn't been back in a long time. Listen, I think I had some old wounds that were still there from leaving there. But I tell you what, the Red Sox new ownership, and you see, once you get ownership that wants to win, you're going to win a World Series, because they're going to put their best foot forward. I think John Henry and his group has been tremendous. I got a chance to come back, on Jackie Robinson's day. My daughter had thrown the first pitch out years past, so it was only evident and perfect for my son to be able to throw the first pitch out. They were hiding us. They didn't want anybody to know. And I go to them. We're sitting up, in one of the offices. I go, listen, man, there's going to be 40,000 people out there. And I said, you ready? He goes, I got it. No problem. And he went out there, grabbed the ball. I think I was more nervous than anybody. Threw a strike, and it was just a great day for him, and I'm very happy for him.
Yeah, you talk about your kids, and I know that your kids have their own kind of amateur athletic aspirations and careers. You've been coaching. I think it's a 10U that you coach for. Those kids, do they understand how good you were, or are you just Coach Mo?
I'm just Coach Mo. I have VSA, academy down here. We have a lot of elite teams. We have some great coaches, a lot of guys that have played in the minors and the minor leagues, some of the major leagues. Getting out here, being involved with these young people has been tremendous for me. I never thought I was going to be a coach. I didn't think I had the temperament for it. Sometimes people always say guys that can really play the game, not so sure if they can communicate and coach it. I've been very, very lucky to be able to do it, and my son, plays at the elite level. I mean, listen, I got drafted in the first round playing 18 to 25 games a summer. My son basically rolls around now. He'll play 100 games each year. It's unbelievable with travel ball what has happened. Baseball is the high mark down here in Florida, but I'm really enjoying myself. I get an opportunity. It gives me a conduit to be on the field with my son, and I'm with him and my entire family. And I also get to use the game and hopefully make these young boys and girls better people.
And for fans that might wonder, why did Mo Vaughn play so infrequently in high school? Man, when you go to high school in the Northeast, sometimes Mother Nature doesn't allow you to get on the field very much.
Well, listen, I don't know what's better. I tend to think I was a better athlete because I played both football, basketball, and baseball. Like my son, he's just a baseball player. And down here, if you don't stay up, meaning if you playing other sports and you don't stay with the travel, network and the grind of travel, you lose a step. So I really don't know what's better. But I've been lucky. I've made a lot of great friends down here. I wasn't even really happy about coming, but it's turned out to be a great thing for me.
Well, let me give you one suggestion, and far be it for me to suggest anything to Mo Vaughn, but if any of those kids look at you sideways when you coach them up, have this on your phone, this 500-foot blast at Shea Stadium against the Braves, and say, hey, kids, this is why you should listen to me. See this ball? Is that the hardest ball you ever hit? Is that the farthest ball you ever hit, Mo?
I think so. You hit some shots, but I think, that one was up. It was up on the scoreboard. It was going up. I don't think I made better contact than that in the game ever.
I don't think it's possible. If we had StatCast back then, it would have broke it. That's all. Hey, Mo, we appreciate the visit, man. It's great to see you. Great to hear your voice. And don't be a stranger to us here on Pregame Spread.
Okay, man. Have a good day. Have a good week. See you soon.